Good afternoon, Year 6. So we're going to read the next chapter of Pig Heart Boy, which is called Nan. How was school today? Mum asked. School was over and we were driving back home. I sighed and looked out of the windscreen. Complicated, I replied at last. Mum didn't say anything else and she didn't ask why. To be honest, for once I wouldn't have minded if she had asked me to explain. On the way home, I tried a couple of times to tell her what Julie had said. More than once, I tried to tell her about me and Marlon, but the right moment and the right words never really presented themselves. When we got home, there was a crowd of only about 20 people, a definite improvement. At the expression on my face, Mum said, "Yes, I know. By the end of the week, let's hope they'll all be gone." With the policewoman's help, we managed to reach our house without too much pushing and shoving. At least on this front, things were getting better. I walked into the living room, where I got a wonderful surprise. "Nan!" "Cameron, you goose, how are you?" Nan threw down the magazine she was reading, sprang off the sofa and gave me a big hug. I was so pleased to see her that I let her. "So, what's all this about you having a pig's innards in your chest?" Nan thumped the back of her hand against my chest. "And why do I have to buy the Daily Press to find out what's going on with my own grandson?" "We told you Cam was going to have a heart transplant," Mum tried. "You didn't say where the heart was coming from though, did you?" Mum sighed. "I've been getting grief for that all day." I made the big mistake of trying to explain. "Nan, we couldn't tell anyone. Dr. Bryce told us not to." "And just when did I become anyone? I'm your Nan, not anyone." "Mother, don't start again, please," Mum pleaded. "And we did phone you as soon as the story hit the newspapers." Nan sniffed. "It was a little late by then, don't you think?" When Mum looked suitably contrite, Nan softened a little. A very little. "Anyway, I saw all of you on the telly and I saw the crowds outside your house. You obviously need me here." "With you here, we don't need the police," I murmured. Nan smiled. "Thank you, Cameron, I think." I'd forgotten she had ears like a bat and eyes like a spy satellite. Not much got past my Nan. She was looking more tired than the last time I'd seen her, though. I looked at her, really looked at her, and for the first time she appeared old. She seemed smaller, more fragile. Her shoulders dropped, and even when she smiled, it was as if a sigh wasn't too far away. Mum moved over to the sofa and picked up Nan's magazine. I saw her shake her head. She held it up behind Nan's back for me to see. It was a magazine about coffins. "Nan, why are you reading that?" I asked, pointing to it with distaste. Nan turned to see what I was talking about. "Cam, I'm no spring chicken anymore, and I have to think about these things. I'm going to be in my coffin a long time, so I want to make sure I pick out one that's comfortable." Mum shook her head even more at that. I know I should have been used to Nan by now, but I still thought the idea was really morbid. "Right, well, I'll leave you to it. I'm off to do some food shopping," said Mum, leaving the room. "I think we'll see about getting our phone number changed as well, seeing as how our number has been linked to the press." Nan took my arm and we went over to the window. "Your fan club," she said dryly. "You should attach a garden hose to the cold tap in the bathroom and let them all have it." "Okay, Mum, drive safely. Bye, Mum." From the hall, Mum called out all of the things I suppose I should have said to her. "Bye, Mum," I called back. "Huh," Mum goffed.